Darren, where are you, Darren? The show's over and I'm gonna miss my flight. Darren, there you are. Where have you been?
I fired my laser so much I had to recharge my power banks.
Well, congratulations. Now I've missed my flight.
Oh, you can catch a ride with me if you like.
Are you sure about that?
It's quite safe. Hop on.
Well, all right.
Lift off, Darren away!
I need my glasses. Hang on.
Now you may want to hold your breath at this point.
So many bugs.
You see, by briefly leaving the atmosphere in a suborbital flight, we can attain much better travel times. Although there may be some momentary discomfort.
Wow, guys. You made it back just in time for the start of the show.
Another safe landing.
Safe landing? Safe landing? Look at me, Darren. Are my eyebrows still there? I can't feel my face.
It was a suborbital flight, Bajo. You've got to expect a bit of scorching on re-entry.
Hello and welcome to Good Games Spawn Point, the show for younger gamers by gamers. I'm Hex.
And I'm back. And I'm Bajo. And I'm back. Oh, we had an amazing time at E3. We missed you, but we had a great time, didn't we, Darren?
Affirmative. Would you like to know how many noobs I lasered while I was there, Hex?
Lots, I bet.
Affirmative. 3,049. My best E3 ever.
Wow. Well, I can't wait to hear what you guys have been up to at E3 and all the different games you played. But you're looking a bit crispy, Bajo. Why don't you go get cleaned up and I'll go read the news?
Okay. All right, Darren. Hey, where's my luggage?
I was forced to jettison your luggage over Hawaii. Your equatorial bulge was throwing us off our trajectory. It was either you or the luggage.
Hex here at the Spawn Point news desk with some fascinating stories from around the gaming world. Two students from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology have created a device that can turn almost anything into a controller. Several examples include a Play-Doh Super Mario controller, a pencil Pac-Man pad, a water bucket Dance Dance Revolution mat, and even a human synthesizer. A gamer named Lycerius has been playing the same game of Civilization 2 on and off for 10 years. His game has hit almost 4,000 years of game time in which there have been multiple nuclear wars, resulting in a landmass that is so unstable, any form of agriculture is near impossible. Lycerius has uploaded his save file onto the net in hope that other gamers can successfully return his Civ world to a state of peace and prosperity.
And a little bit on the end of your nose.
Oh, thanks, Darren.
All done.
How do I look, Hex?
Much better.
I had a lovely oil bath too.
Oh, good. But guys, I'm dying to know what happened at E3.
Roll tape.
Well, E3 is the biggest gaming convention in the world and it's about to start, and there's no sign of Darren. I don't know where... Hang on. What's that noise?
Arriving at destination Los Angeles Convention Center. Thrusters disengage.
Darren, where have you been?
I had to run a noob analysis on the entire Los Angeles area.
Right, well, the show's about to start, so I think the best thing we should do is split up, and that way we can cover the most. Where's it gone? Let's get going.
Out of the way, coming through. VIP journalists coming through. World's greatest robot coming through.
Darren! Oh, I remember you.
Tell us about LittleBigPlanet karting.
We put Sackboy behind the wheel of a kart for the first time having his own karting adventure.
What can you tell us about the customization options?
You can customize absolutely everything in our world. You can customize your Sackboy, and now you get to play around with new karts as well. So we have story mode karts that you can unlock. We have all the stickers and decorations that you can put on things. You can put something together out of engine sounds, horns, wheels, chassis, suspensions, everything. Plus you can decorate your pod, of course.
Are there any robot outfits?
We don't... Oh, You know what? I don't want to give that away just yet. You know, but my favorite outfit for Sackboy is actually called a bacon beard, and it's when he gets to wear a mustache and beard out of bacon and a big egg head. And that's pretty fun.
Now, I'm here for a world exclusive, so please give me one.
This time around, Sackboy is of course our protagonist, but we have a new antagonist, a new enemy that's coming in to take over. I can't give you too many details on what's going on there, but it's pretty suspicious what's going on in Craft World at the moment.
Just to keep you on your toes, I'm going to fire a warning laser.
Firing my warning laser!
Not doing too well here. Beautiful. You hold it. It's all coming back to me.
Every wizard needs a wand, and every Hogwarts student needs a magical spellbook. Hi, Darren. I haven't seen you for ages, man. How you doing? It's so good to see you here.
Ah, I see you've recovered from the lasering.
Well, you know, I needed some laser treatment anyway, just to get some of the hairs off my arm, so it was okay.
Tell us about Wonderbook.
Stories, words, and pictures come to life just around you, just for you.
Are there any robots?
There aren't any robots in this game, but there are amazing paper theatres, there are goblins, there are sphinxes, loads and loads of cool, fun things to play with and cast spells on and do things like that. There's even dragons that breathe fire.
That was actually quite good. I shall reward you with my rainbow laser!
Ooh, thanks, Darren. That was very nice.
Darren, where have you been? Have you checked out Scribblenauts? It's looking amazing.
Accelerators engaged. Are there any robots in Scribblenauts Unlimited?
There's tons of robots. We've actually got male and female robots now, so they've got cute little wigs and they go and destroy things, and it's awesome.
Could you make a robot that shoots a laser?
You can make any object actually do anything, because we have a new object creator now, so you can make your robot shoot lasers, you can make it into a car, you can make it shoot kittens, like you can spawn it on fire, like you can do whatever you want.
Could I go surfing?
Absolutely. You can do whatever your imagination wants you to do.
Can you tell us how the Wii U controller will work in the game?
You actually have the touch screen and your keyboard comes up. You can type whatever object you can think of with both nouns and adjectives. And then you can use the Wii U for getting more information, like finding out where all the people are that you need to help with the objectives in the level. You can get more information like where you're going, what you need to do. All of it's great for the object editor. And then the TV allows you to have all your friends over in the living room and see what you're doing and yell at you like, hey, make a robot, make a chainsaw, make a giant angry purple pregnant dragon.
Well, that all sounds wonderful, but I better keep you on your toes. Firing a warning laser!
Previous warnings that have been looking for an open world game that you can jump in cars and drive around in and go crazy with. This might be it.
It's called Lego Cities Undercover.
Whoa! Whoa, look out! I gotta say, first time I saw it, I thought, oh, that looks a bit awkward, but actually feels really good in the hands. It feels really intuitive. Even though these are quite far away than I'm used to, it actually feels quite right. It's nice. It's got a nice resolution to it. There's no frame rate issues or anything like that. Yeah, I think it works. Just gonna commandeer this vehicle.
Laser him, laser them, laser them. Wouldn't laser them. Laser them. Who hasn't lasered them? Oh, hi, Michael. How are you?
Oh, hey, Darren. How are you?
We know that you have a character called Hex in Skylanders. Will you be creating a Darren for Skylanders Giants?
Darren, you've asked me that a lot of times, and I keep telling you, not yet, but we'll think about it.
We love the last game and the whole idea of figurines, but what new challenges will we face this time?
Well, lots of new challenges. This year, Chaos, you remember him from last year. He was the arch nemesis, the evil portal master. He's back, and he's got a new diabolical plan to take over Skylands, and we gotta stop him.
Tell us about the Giants.
Giants were actually the first Skylanders from 10,000 years ago. And they've come back, and they're here to help us because Chaos has a plan to resurrect an ancient army of robots. And they were the Giants were the first ones to stop them a long time ago, so we gotta help them.
A giant army of robots? Why would you want to stop that?
Oh no, I mean, you know, they're evil robots. Not you, of course. We would never stop you.
I don't know if I can accept that. I may have to laser you right now.
It's Chaos. Chaos is the one who's the real villain here. We'll make sure to stop
Nope,
them.
going to laser you. Nope, it's too late.
Don't laser me.
Oh dear, Bajo's lurking again.
So sorry to be a lurker. Please, thank you.
You must understand. The ring is my burden.
What characters will I be able to play in LEGO Lord of the Rings?
Well, you'll have all the good guys that you can play with. So that's the Frodo, Sam, and the other hobbits. And you'll have their journey as they, grow up and stop being so bashful and end up being these kind of mighty lords. You'll have Aragorn, who starts off as a ranger and ends up the king. But we also know that everyone likes to play the bad guys. So of course you get to find the bad guys, you can unlock them, purchase them, and you can use all their powers as well.
Are there any robots in this game?
And I can't remember seeing any robots, Darren, I'm afraid. I'm not sure. Don't take it personally, but I think there might be just one or two.
I mean, you could consider it. I mean, I do have rocket boots. I could just fly the ring to Mordor.
I'm not sure Sauron would let you. I'm sure he'd probably shoot your rocket boots down.
They have a cave troll.
Okay, world exclusive. Chop chop.
World exclusive, Darren. Well, I don't know. What can I tell you? How would you like to have the ability to ride pigs? Ride pigs wherever you go, race pigs, get on pigs and run around.
You shall not pass!
You've been working hard on this game, but I don't like the anti-robot direction it's taking. I think you should take a nap. Charging my sleep laser.
So for the first time ever, Mario is now in high definition. So I'm actually playing Mario. I can play it on the screen, or if somebody wants to watch TV, I can just play it on the controller. Oh! So now I'm helping them out by tapping little blocks. I'm helping out the other players, or trolling them. I'm also trolling them, but I'm also getting rid of their enemies. I'm gonna put some blocks up here and troll this guy. There we go. Oh, where you going? Where you going? I've decided to rename the Wii U controller to the Troll U controller, because I'm just trolling.
You mean it?
I'm trolling with my eyes closed.
So noisy, it's so overwhelming on my oral sensors. Oh, that one looks interesting. Yes, fine pedigree from that development, yes.
Darren, where have you been? I've been waiting all day for you. It's about time you got to the Rayman booth.
Terribly sorry, Michael. So many noobs. But I'm here now. So tell us how you've incorporated the Wii U into Rayman Legends.
You have touch-based gameplay, and you can use the gyroscope. You can move it around to move platforms around, and it's just a really cool experience to have two people playing together, someone playing on the game controller, someone on the gamepad, working together to collect things and get through the map. It's awesome.
Are there any robots in the game?
Well, that's a secret we're going to have to unveil later, but right now we're only showing some bad guys, some dragons, knights and castles, things like that.
If there aren't any robots in the game, I'm going to come for you.
Well, you bring it, Darren. I'm ready for you. I think you're pretty short. I think I can take you.
OMG, it's Tony Hawk! Oh, it's nice to meet you, Mr. Hawk. My name is Darren.
All right, nice to meet you.
Tell me about your latest game, please.
I'm releasing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD, which is basically the best of our first two games for the new consoles, and I'm very excited about it. It's downloadable only.
Why do you think your games are so successful?
I think that they love that they can pick it up and just start doing tricks that maybe they've always dreamed of doing. You know, they can actually get on there and start doing kickflips and grinds and things, and the controls are very intuitive. So I think they love that, and they love that if they finish something, they can go back and finish it again and actually get a better score.
If I could bring you to Mars, would you come and skate with me?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do a 1080, so I'd love to come skate Mars with you and learn how to do that.
Wow, looks like you guys had an amazing time. Now, I know you must be tired, but are you up for answering a few questions?
Hex, I'm always up for answering a few questions. The body may be weary, but the brain is ready.
To the Ask Good Game desk.
Yes.
I might get my laser serviced. I'm overdue. I really should have it realigned every 1,000 noobs I disintegrate.
I really love your glasses.
Aren't they awesome? Don't you wish you had some?
Are they new?
They're new. They're pretty awesome, aren't they? What a shame you don't have some. Oh, wait.
I did have some.
You do.
Oh, thanks, Badge.
All
These
right.
are awesome.
Let's move on to the first question, which is from Zach in Clare, South Australia.
Do I look amazing?
You look fantastic.
What's wrong with your eyes?
Why don't they bring Need for Speed Most Wanted out for PS3? Cheers. Well, Zach, we're not sure why there wasn't a PS3 version of Most Wanted, but if I had to have a guess, I would say that the game was just a bit old by the time the PS3 came out, so they didn't bother making a port.
But the good news is there is a new Most Wanted game coming out this year, and that is definitely coming out on PS3. You actually got to have a bit of a sneak peek of it at E3, didn't you, Bajo?
I did have a play, and it looks amazing. You get to drive around a big open city and jump in the cops, and I really liked it. And it's made by Criterion Games, who made the Burnout series, as well as Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, so it's in very good hands.
Nice, and that's due out in early November this year. But speaking of E3, we've got this one from El Platypus in Platteville, in Queensland. Dear Good Game, is there a new Suo Smash Brothers Brawl game coming out at E3 this year? If you don't answer, I won't be a platypus. Thanks.
We're sorry to say, El Platypus, but there was no new Super Smash Bros. Shown off at E3 this year. They did announce there would be a new one coming out for the Wii U and 3DS at last year's E3, but it was nowhere to be seen. And there was also no Zelda, and also no 3D Mario.
But there was a PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale game for the PS3 and Vita there, and that's basically just Super Smash Brothers except with Sony characters rather than Nintendo ones.
That looked quite fun, but still no Super Smash Brothers or Mario or Zelda.
Moving on to this one then from Dr. JKR447 in Minecraftville in Western Australia.
Is there going to be Portal for PlayStation Move? Because I saw a YouTube clip. Please respond. PS Hex is D-Bomb. PPS Banjo is awesome. PPS Darren is not a noob. You noobs charging my laser. Dr. Joker 447 out! Well, yes and no. There's not going to be a special Portal game for the Move or anything like that, but there is going to be a patch for Portal 2 on PS3 that will let you play through the whole game using the Move, and best of all, it's completely free.
They'll also be releasing 10 extra levels specifically designed for motion control, but you'll have to pay for those extra levels.
Yeah, and in a nice touch, the colour on the Move orb will actually change depending on what colour your portal is that you're about to fire.
Very exciting. Well, let's move on to this one from Derpstar in Hoogleyville in New South Wales. Hoogleyville. Will you be able to play Wii games on the Wii U? Thanks. You sure will, Derpstar. All of your Wii games will work just fine on the Wii U.
And you'll even be able to transfer your save files and downloaded games from your Wii to a Wii U.
Oh, that's very handy. But let's move right along to this one from Michael in, I don't know, Victoria.
I don't know where I am. Where am I? I don't know. I'm at the Ask Good Game desk. My brother tell me that there is a game called Top Gear, please tell me. There is indeed a game called Top Gear, Michael. It's really old now, but it was a great little racer released way back in 1992 for the Super Nintendo. It had nothing to do with the TV show that's called Top Gear.
There are a couple of simple mobile phone games based on that show though, like Top Gear Stunt School or Where's the Stig, if that's what you're after.
I'd say Forza 4 is probably the most fleshed out Top Gear game, even though it isn't technically a Top Gear game, but it still has lots of Top Gear stuff, like the test track and commentary on a bunch of cars by Jeremy Clarkson, and Car Soccer is always a bit of a laugh.
All right, well, let's move on to this one from Luigi in Mansion, Victoria. Hey, Good Game, I really need to know if Luigi's Mansion 2 and Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon are the same game. I really think that Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon looks better. Ha! I am desperate to get the game. Could you possibly do a review on the game? Thanks, guys. P.S. I watch your show all the time. P.P.S. Darren is a doobie noobie.
It's quite fun to say, isn't it? Doobie noobie.
Yeah,
Doobie
doobie
noobie.
noobie.
A doobie noobie. A doobie noobie 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 doobie noob. A doobie doobie noobie doobie doobie doo doo. Hey, doobie noobie doobie 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 doo doo. Doobie 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 doo. Hey, Darren, doobie noobie doobie 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 doo. A doobie doobie noobie doobie doobie doo. It's fun to say, isn't it, Darren? Doobie noobie noobie. If I say you gotta go.
Hey, Darren.
Darren's gotta go.
Doobie noobie 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 doo doo. A doobie noobie noobie doobie doobie doobie.
Yes, they are indeed the same game, Luigi. They've just renamed Luigi's Mansion 2 to Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. But maybe you think it looks better since they've had a bit more time to work on it. And I'm sure we'll do a review of it when it comes out. Doobie-doo.
And did they announce a different Luigi's Mansion for the Wii U?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Pac-Man style minigame in something called Nintendo Land, where some of you chase a ghost around a maze. And Nintendo Land is a big bunch of minigames packed together for the Wii U.
But moving on to this one from Sly Cooper in No Noobsville in Victoria. Why haven't any of you guys reviewed any of my games? And could you guys please review it in the not so distant future or now? Please, 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 please. Ah! P.S. Bajo, I know you like to make sound for faces, but how about this one? Please, 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 please read this or I will become a noob. Sly.
Well, Sly, it's kind of your own fault that we haven't reviewed any of your games, since the last one you made was way back in 2005, and our show didn't even exist back then.
Well, Bajo, they did re-release the original trilogy in HD with the Sly Collection in 2011.
That is true, but it came out right at the end of the year, and there were too many other new games to look at, so we just didn't have time to review 3 older games, no matter how good they are. If they'd released a new game, though, or refreshed the series, we would have been all over that.
Yeah, it's a busy time of the year for games around Christmas. But the good news is there is a brand new Sly Cooper game coming out at the end of this year, so we'll definitely have to check that out. But on that note, I think we're out of time for this week, Bajo.
Oh, I think we are. Well, if you've got a question and you'd like to ask us the question, then please jump on our website here and send it in.
What is that?
It's my shirt.
Are you wearing my t-shirt?
No, it's my shirt.
It says Hex on it.
No, it says He
Like,
X.
it literally says in big white letters H-E-X for Hex.
He X.
I've worn that t-shirt before.
Darren threw my baggage in the ocean.
Those questions.
Good questions. You know what, guys? We've only got time for one review in this episode, but the good news is it's a Sonic game.
Now, Bajo, I remember you weren't such a fan of the last Sonic Episode 1 game, but how do you feel about Episode 2?
Oh, as beautiful as Episode 1 was, they got the whole Sonic wrong. They got his momentum wrong. You let go of the stick and he drops straight down. That's not Sonic, and I was very upset about that. The good news is the Sonic team have fixed that with Episode 2. He's never been faster. Oh, and on top of that, they've reunited Sonic with his old friend Tails. Oh, I love Tails.
Me too.
Tails was introduced as Sonic's sidekick in the second Mega Drive game, released back in 1992. His name comes from his twin tails, which can spin like helicopter blades.
When playing as Sonic, you can call in Tails to help out whenever you need him. Tap a button and he swoops in to catch you mid-air. Then you can use his fluffy helicopter to fly around for a bit.
I love the little mid-air high five they give each other. I like that this ability lets you fly around and explore more of the levels, but I think it also completely cheapens the platforming. I'm gonna get my rant on, Hex. Oh, if you jump over something and you miss, you can just use Tails to save yourself. Where's the challenge? Worse still, what's the point of trying to jump across platforms if you can just use Tails to fly over them? This is meant to be a platformer and about speed and navigation and dexterity and timing. I did like Sonic and Tails' new combo Super Ball attack though, that was awesome.
Affirmative. By joining their powers together, Sonic and Tails become invulnerable and can blast their way through obstacles and enemies.
Oh, there's a lot I actually liked about Episode 2. The 3D backgrounds look great, and better still, they can keep up with Sonic's insane speed. And boy, do you go fast in this game. So fast that you can run on water.
Yeah, even though I'm still a little bit angry, that was pretty cool. And also carving your way through the snow, I like that a lot too. And I also liked how the trickier bits start to make sense if you just sit back and think about them for a bit. I remember at one point I was having a really tough time jumping across quicksand. Those fiendish spikes just kept stabbing me, but after a while I tried spinning up some serious speed, and boom! I breezed right across.
Not all the tough bits were cleverly designed, though. On that same level, I was happily flying along, and then all of a sudden I'm trapped in this silo filling with sand. The difficulty just spikes randomly, and I died a bunch of times.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Hex, and it's pretty common for Sonic games. The worst part is when you hit those tricky bits, you just burn through all your lives. And of course then you have to play all the way back through the super easy part of the level just to have another crack at learning how to beat the tough bits. I love a good challenge, but having something super hard at the end is just cheap. I would like to say, the boss fights, the bosses take way too much damage, so the fights just take forever. Is he dead yet? Okay, this will finish him off surely. Still going. The defining philosophy that drives Sonic games is it's meant to be about speed. And look at this, even Sonic's getting bored.
I do think you're being a little bit harsh in the game. For example, I really love that Tails' plane returns.
Ah, me too, until I started flying in it. You have to ask yourself, how did they manage to make something as exciting as standing on the wings of a plane feel so slow? And then I was just happily plodding along and this happened. Don't leave me, Tails. No!
It was nice to see that they added a 2-player co-op mode where you and a friend can control Sonic and Tails together. Of course, the game's speed means that someone's usually left behind, and everyone always wants to play Sonic.
Yeah, we should wrap this up though, guys.
Yes, I do feel like I'm being a little bit harsh on Sonic here, but it's only because I love Sonic so much. And they did get a lot right here, but along with that, they seem to introduce a whole bunch of other stuff that they got wrong. So it's a mixed bag game. I think it's a bit of fun. I'm giving it 6 out of 10.
I'm pretty sure that most Spawnings will have way more fun with Sonic than you did. I'm giving it 7.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week, but we shall return next week. And Hex, it's so nice to be back in my comfy reviewing chair. What's on the schedule for next week?
Well, funny you should mention it, Bajo, because we're going to be returning to the streets of Gotham City with Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes. Thought you'd be excited about that one. I'm going to be Wonder Woman. What about you, Darren?
Oh, Brainiac, obviously.
Yeah, good choice. Bajo? I assume you'll be Batman? Brilliant. Well, until next week, gamers, may all your games be good ones. Hex out.
Darren out.
Are you all right?
Na 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 na.